Good morning, everybody. Hi, Becca. Good, and I'm checking audio right now. I don't know what's going on with the audio. Okay, I can hear you, but muted Becca. Okay. Let's go to plan B. Let's see if that works. Hi, Becca. Still not working. Interesting. Oh, what if I go to this window? Folks, this is what you want to see first thing in the morning. People scrambling around, trying to figure out Twitch and OBS and all the good things. There it is. Oh, how about this, Becca? Can you hit mute on your thing and then unmute? Let's see. Oh, now I'm not getting any sound, folks. Wow. Okay. So let's click on this, and I'm clicking all the buttons. Folks, thank you for joining us this morning. We are obviously not in the studio together. I had a little bit of... Oh, there's Becca. Oh, okay. I can hear her now. Still no sounds, I am Lord Stark says. Okay. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Keep dancing, folks. Dance along with us at home. Okay. What if I... Okay, I'm going to mute this source. Let's bring in this source, folks. And this was supposed to be so much easier, folks. What is going on? What if I do this? Okay, Becca, give me an audio check right now, please.
Check, 1, 2. I should still keep checking even though I'm dancing, so it's something to watch.
Yes! How's that work, folks? Got her! Yeah!
Oh, okay. Great.
Perfect.
Thank you, Matt.
Smidge quiet. Okay, I'll bump up her volume.
I'll yell!
Yes! Yeah! Woo! Woo, woo, woo!
I won't yell. No,
It's too early to yell.
Would.
Yeah. Thank you, friends.
Good morning. Okay.
Good morning.
Wait, let's do a real fresh start as if there was never any technical audio issues, because in the YouTube video we'll cut it out.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. On 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good morning. Yay!
Everyone. Good morning, Ruel.
Good morning, Becca. Sorry, I had to go to my coffee. I haven't had coffee in a couple of days, so I'm like dying to drink this right now.
What kind of coffee are you drinking?
I'm drinking a honey oat latte. It's my go-to these days. Oh, so chef's kiss. It's so good.
Ooh, you know, I love me a little oat milk latte in the morning.
Yeah.
But by the time I get to the studio, I've already had 2. So we're doing lemon ginger tea.
Nice. Always a nice call. Yeah. Friends, thank you for joining us today. This is Good Morning Society. And as you can tell, I'm not in the studio today because even though I am young at heart, my knees are sort of old. So one of my knees flared up, and I messaged Becca last night. I was like, I don't think I'll be able to make it in the studio. So she's like, no worries. We're going to make it happen. I was like, thank you. And here we are, folks.
Guess what? We're here.
Yeah.
And you figured out all the tech. It's so much easier for me. I just sit here.
You just get to hang out and talk about games.
But also, it's very cool to use the Twitch streaming feature to have guests piped in directly through Twitch.
Yeah.
I had messed around with it, but I haven't actually used it live. So
oh, okay.
You're actually hosting us.
Yes.
So thank you for doing all that legwork.
Oh.
No need pun intended.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that legwork would definitely make me cry. But this is wonderful. I do enjoy when it works. The stream together feature on Twitch is fantastic. I've been fortunate to use it on several occasions with 1 to up to like 5 guests. It's pretty cool when it works.
Yeah, it always works.
Yeah,
it always works.
Always works.
Plus, they're watching it on YouTube now. Let's be real.
Exactly. Y'all get the edited good stuff. Want to say hi to Nightcat, but I've had the equivalent of 8 espressos. 8 espressos. My heart would explode if I had that many right now. Folks, be careful out there.
They were saying I'm quiet. Hey, Matt, can I bug you?
Okay, I could lower my volume down. Do it on my end. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How's that, folks? Check, check, check. So I've got Becca, let's see, all the way up right now.
Hey, Matt, you wanna turn my volume up on our slider? He's busy living his best life. I can do it myself.
Oh, look at Becca.
I can do it myself.
Look at that, folks. The multi-talented Becca Scott, folks. walking around, doing the things, doing the tech. Don't forget, see the mug that she has? Y'all can order one of those on
Check.
shop.goodtimesociety.com. Those mugs are great. I'm bummed that I don't have. I need to order another one. The one I normally use is at the studio, so I need a mug for the home use as well.
Can I tell you a secret, Ruel?
Mm-hmm.
This entire show was just a big ruse to get you to order the custom merch that I made.
Here's my credit card.
And
Take
it's
my
working.
money. It's totally
Got him,
working.
people. Got him. Hey, we had so many games last week.
Yeah.
I don't know what else could possibly be new this week, and yet you found things.
There are some.
How do you do it?
Yeah, there are some really good things out there, and it's the state of the industry nowadays. There's hundreds and thousands of games released every week, all throughout the year, and it's crazy to try to keep up. But within every week when we do the research, like I'm excited about them. I can't wait to play these. So why don't we go to the first one, Becca?
I love that.
Okay,
absolutely.
Let's go on over here. So I have Canopy Evergreen on the screen. So this one is a standalone sequel to Canopy, which was a wonderful game. Came out a couple of years ago by Tim Eisner. He is the designer of Wonderland's War, Tidal Blades, Grip Force, some really big titles. Great designer. And Vincent Dutray does the art. We all know him from Role Player, the Art Project, and so forth. In Evergreen, Canopy Evergreen, it's just like the original where you're trying to grow the tallest trees, collect sets of wild plants, and create habitats for your animals. So it's card drafting, set collection, tableau building. I love the original, Becca, and this one takes it up a notch. It has, let me see if I can show them. If you can see that, it's got these really neat, a really neat 3D. Yeah, look at this little tree. So that's a new part of the game that wasn't in the original. So you got 3D tree tokens. Isn't that cute? And the best part. Yeah. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Yeah. I'm okay with it. Yeah. Yes.
This one.
Oh, Weird City Games is oh, we just lost your vocals. Audio check. No, we're good. It's back. That was on my end.
Check.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
They had Canopy 2021, Leaf 2023, Little Pig, March of the Ants is one I've seen before. I think that's kind of where they came about, was around 2015. And they've got a really awesome designer working for them in Vincent Dutray.
Yes.
It looks like a Portland, Oregon-based company.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Tim Eisner is really cool. And what's neat, too, and I know you'll appreciate this, Becca, the entire game is eco-friendly. So no plastic, everything, just like we had just unboxed Earthborn Rangers. Remember that? Yeah.
It doesn't fit on the size of my shelf, but yes, I wanted to put it in the background today.
Yeah.
Earthborn Rangers.
So similar thing, no plastic. They just use paper and whatnot, envelopes, and so very environmentally friendly.
Ooh, we love a game without plastic because you know what? The industry that we love has a lot of materials and requires a lot of consumption of new materials.
Yeah.
And if those are made from parts that can be regrown, I feel way better about who I am as a person.
I do too. And it's like,
way to go, Weird City.
Yeah, kudos to Weird City. That's going to be coming out. Let's see, when is that? It's going to be releasing September of this year. So we got a couple of months to save some bucks and get Canopy Evergreen, folks. Okay.
Awesome.
Let's move on to the next game. This one, I had to put on here because of the theme. This is a game called Box Top Pinball. I don't know about you, Becca, but I love me some pinball. And
I have played pinball with you at the best.
That's right.
Asi-Gogi,
yes.
Pinball and all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue. And you know what I learned about Asi-Gogi, the name of the restaurant? AYCE, all you can eat. It wasn't just a name, it was acronym. Unrelated to anything. They have a huge pinball machine room in the back, and
It's the coolest thing ever. I remember when we did have that dinner together, like not only did we like stuff ourselves silly with all the meats and whatnot, but also we played a lot of pinball. There was like dozens of pinball machines in that. I had no idea it was like that. So very, very cool.
Yeah, well, that's how Jake originally found this epic Korean barbecue place, is because he had an app which guides you to the pinball machines in any city. And when he first moved to LA, that was one of the first places he found. So.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Very cool.
Shout out to the pinball nerds.
Yeah, thank you, pinball nerds. This one is a pinball machine.
Oh, he's there in chat.
It's the best. Nice. Yeah, there it is. Pinballmap.com, folks. This one is themed after a haunted mansion. And I like this because you literally take the box and stack them on each other. And you're going to be, I guess, flicking dice or whatever. There's not much on the game yet. This game is coming out. When is this due out? This is not due out until September 2024 as well. But you are going to flick your dice and hopefully hit the different trapdoors and take down the monsters and whatnot. And each die that remains on the machine at the end of the round, you're going to score those points. So it seems like a little dexterity element along with, I guess, set collection. You're trying to hit all the monsters and whatnot. But I'm a sucker for pinball machines. And I look at this, Becca, and I'm like, you know what, maybe I'll get this game and then order some Korean barbecue and sort of replay our experience that way.
Oh, a little asigogi pinball at home.
Yes.
Look, I'm down for a haunted house anything. Pinball, she has not won me over yet. I try. It's one of those things that takes so much skill.
Yeah, it does.
So much skill.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that skill, it feels very much like it's entirely luck-based.
Yeah, and that's I totally get it. I think that's fair. It's one of those games. It's a dexterity game, right? Pinball machines are dexterity games at their heart, and you need to be able to flip the flippers at the right time and hit the ball and everything else.
Yeah, clumsy is my middle name, so dexterity, she's hit or miss for me.
Yeah, cool.
I don't know. This one, I'm curious to watch your joy at it.
Yeah, and I'm always down to roll dice, so that's always fun. We'll see how this one plays out. That is Box Top Pinball Haunted House. Again, that'll be out this September. Oh, I do need to shout out one of the designers. So it's Zachary Connolly and Alex Cutler. Alex Cutler apparently is one of the designers of Critter Kitchen, which I know you recently played, right?
Obsessed.
Yes.
Obsessed.
Nice.
Yeah, our boy Peter C. Hayward came in and played on a stream with us, and it was so much fun. You're like secretly allocating a chef of a different size, and based on the size.
Whoops.
And Critter Kitchen is an incredible game. I backed it and I got my deluxe copy, and then they emailed me and they were like, "Did you want a copy?" And I was like, already bought it.
Sorry about the technical hiccup there, folks. As you can see, you just saw me go through a couple of different scenes that weren't meant to be showed. But what I did show, I'm going to show it anyways. Becca, I don't know if you know, this is a thing I just learned about last week. Lauren, my stepdaughter, apparently, she told me that Trader Joe's has this like trend that the mini tote bags, it's like a TikTok thing. And they're apparently like super trendy right now. People are paying like buku bucks for them.
For a mini tote?
For a mini tote. Here it is. Trader Joe's mini tote.
Oh, okay. That is cute.
Yeah.
It's a mini tote. And I was like, can you even put groceries in it? But it's square.
Yeah, right?
Oh, my.
So it's...
Oh, my.
It's only like $2.99 US, but if you go to eBay or whatever, you may see them for much, much more. Apparently, some TikTok influencer showed it off in Japan, and Japan just went nuts. And these are really hard to get right now, so I'm super stoked to have mine. I put board games in mine, of course.
Of course. What games do you have in there?
I have. We have this new one here, Sherlock Solitaire. This is a card game, deduction, where you're Sherlock or you're Watson trying to figure out who done it. Also have this one, Gloomhaven, Buttons or Bugs, the little Gloomhaven. Look how tiny that is.
Uh-oh.
So cute.
Wait, hold on. You showed us Gloomhaven, the board game, last week.
Yeah.
This is Even tinier Gloomhaven?
Even tinier Gloomhaven. And folks, if you subscribe to the Good Morning Society newsletter, you'll see there's a link to a game that I did of Gloomhaven Buttons and Bugs. Also in the bag here, I'll do it real quickly. Got Mini Kowali. This is an abstract game. And then we have the Cascadia Rolling Hills. This is the roll and write version of Cascadia, which I'll be playing live tomorrow on my channel. What else do I have here? I have this paper app dungeon. This is a little roll and write game where you're going in a dungeon. It's like a dungeon crawl roll and write, and it has a pencil, so yay. And finally,
I wasn't going to get it until I saw the pencil, and that really put me over the edge.
Right? This is Ito. The best way I can describe this, so this was a big hit at Essen last year, and Arcane Wonders just picked up the license. The best way I can describe this is Wavelength meets the mind. It is so good, Becca. I was very, very impressed by this. So, folks, keep an eye out for Ito. It's going to be a big hit.
Yeah, I've heard you talk about Ito. I've heard other people talk about Ito. Maybe we need to get it in here and play a little round.
For sure.
I think it's a pretty quick round. Maybe we could play on a future Good Time Society.
Yeah.
Good Morning Society.
I'll bring it next week. It plays in like 5 minutes. It's so cool.
Yeah, as Nightcat mentioned, that is a lot of games in your Trader Joe's trendy tote.
Yeah, isn't this great? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in there. And I can fit more if I wanted to. But that's the Trader Joe's trendy sack, folks. Be sure to keep an eye out for yours.
Is that your bring to game night sack?
It is now. Yeah, for sure.
Just travel somewhere? Okay.
Yeah, it's so much easier than those big old bags and carry. I'll let everyone else carry, bring Twilight Imperium, all the heavy games. I'll bring these light games. Yeah. Much better on my knees.
Right. The more games you play, the lighter your pack at game night is, because you're like, well, I know every game, and I know I'm not bringing them all because we will only play 1 to 2 games.
Yep. Totally.
The things that come with experience.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next game. I'm excited about this one because it's a very simple name. I love the name of this game. It's called Umbrella. And of course, Of course, I was gonna. Yeah, it's all about Rihanna, but Rihanna had nothing to do with this, unfortunately. But Benoit Turpin is the designer, and if you don't know that name, I got 2 words for you, folks. Welcome to. He is the designer of a classic roll and write, a modern classic, and so I'm curious to see what he does with this. It looks like it's basically an abstract game, and you're just placing your different colored umbrellas on the board, trying to match things up. And there's not much on the game. This one is actually going to be out in July of this year. So, yeah, try to place those
just
umbrellas.
Before Gen Con.
Yeah. Right before. So, of course, yeah, I'm sure the company will be hyping it. What company is publishing this? Is this Pandasaurus? It is not Pandasaurus. It is... No, it isn't Pandasaurus. So Pandasaurus will make a big push for this. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Pandasaurus right there.
Yep.
Yeah, Raina.
Yeah, shout out to Raina.
It's such a simple concept. I mean, the player orchestrates a dance of umbrellas in a street crossing. So you have a grid of umbrellas. It's color-based. You have your waiting area. And it's such a, I imagine he was crossing the street in the rain one day and was like, there's a game here. Anywhere you look, there could be a game.
Yeah.
And totally. It's just welcome to is, what if we could decide what kind of zoning features were allowed in a neighborhood? Is another
I love it.
Really a reach for something that's seemingly mundane, and to put it in a game and to make that game have such replayability and fun. Yeah. I play Welcome to every time I'm at my parents' house. That's our game I play.
Yeah, it's so easy to get to the table. I love Welcome to. And this one, again, it looks like something that's super accessible. People will be able to learn it quickly and get to the table often, which I'm always a big fan of. Simple rules and intriguing gameplay. So that is Umbrella, Ella, and A.
A little harder with the delay for
totally
our singing bits, I must admit.
Yeah, I'll get back in studio next week for sure, so we can.
But thank you so much. When your knee betrayed you, for still making it work here.
Yeah, stupid knee. let's move on to the next game. This one, I heard so much about this one, Becca, at Gen Con this year, and it's been a huge hit from everyone that's played early versions of it. It's a game called Infiltrators. And,
sounds like my genre.
Yeah, it totally is your genre, and it is deducing the identity of a traitor. You're collecting clues, and it is a cooperative game. So I'm trying to figure out if you are going to be looking for one person who has infiltrated your organization. You have suspect cards, and then you're going to identify the traitors by suit and numbers. So you got that hand management thing going on. It was all the rage at Gen Con. I honestly, I was surprised. I was like, what is, but it seems super replayable from all the things I've heard.
Yeah, I'm surprised because like it's cards with numbers, and then there's theming around the spy infiltrator mechanic. There is a gun prop with bullet props.
Yeah.
I see a little bit of that, non-conventional cardboard shape going on.
Yep. Yeah.
It looks really cool.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised, like a little bit surprised to hear it was such a hit last year at Gen Con because it looks simple, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think there's there's definitely a market for these type of games for, I think, people like me who aren't the biggest deduction fans, but you tell me, hey, it's deduction, but it's only like 20, 30 minutes. I'm in. I'll give it a shot. I'll play anything. As long as it's not like 3 hours, then I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah.
It's good that we cover a wide span of preferences for games.
Yeah.
Because give me a 3-hour social deduction game, baby.
Oh, that's right.
And, we should probably do the weekly What's Becca Doing with Blood on the Clock Tower update. And I finally did my first storytelling.
Oh, how'd that go?
It went really smoothly.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm ready to do some more. I can't wait. This means I have infinite options for the number of times per weekend that I can play Blood on the Clock Tower, limited only by my infant internet schedule.
Nice. Was it hard doing that, being in that role rather than just being a player?
Extremely high pressure. I will say there is. I made a few mistakes that no one ever knew about because there's so much that you can hide that it's like, oh, well, one information gathering role is they can find out who the demon is, but there's one person that always looks like the demon to them. Oh. And I forgot who that person was. So I just changed it. They're red herring. I just changed the red herring on the fly. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
Nice. Now, that's awesome. And I just said that I'm not into like a 3-hour social deduction game, but again, Blood on the Clock Tower is just something I've heard so much about. Dream game. I've got to try it at least once. One of these days I will try it. And who knows, maybe I'll be won over. I don't know.
Well, I think we're going to do a little employee Good Time Society research.
Okay.
Pre-production work. So, we'll let you know when that's happening.
Yeah.
Also, this section of the show is now going to be forever referred to as Becca's Blood on the Clock Tower Corner, also known as BBOTCC. Thanks so much, Tori Wildstar, for the perfect acronym.
Nice. BBOTCC, folks. That's your Becca's Blood on the Clock Tower Corner for this episode. Thank you for tuning in. But we got more. We got plenty more. Oh, I love it. The next game I'm going to talk about, it is actually on Kickstarter right now. We cover all the games, folks, whether it's on crowdfunding or retail or whatnot. It's a game called Tokyo Capsule Hotel. And I'm going to play the little video here so we get a little... maybe I should zoom in a little bit here. Or zoom out. Okay, can I put it full screen? Maybe I can. So what this game is, folks, is excuse me, let me get my notes here. It's a game by Jordan Draper, and I've heard so many good things about a game he did import-export many years ago. This one is a real-time open bartering land subdivision and hand-drawn map with a ton of custom pieces. So it is like a heavy economic game, which isn't really my jam. But I'm looking at the game itself. I looked at this video. I was like, I could totally be into this. I could totally play this. I love the theme. And Jordan Draper, apparently, he actually lived or lives in Japan. He's lived all over the world, like Japan, Norway, the U.S., and whatnot. So this is like his One of in a series of games where he really dives deep into Japanese culture, and he always themes his games around that. I think that's really neat. The real time thing is what really intrigues me, because if it's an economic game and it's real time, are you like shouting out bids and whatnot? I don't know, but I think I'd
Oh
be into
boy, I
that.
sure hope so.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, this is nice. I mean, Japanese culture is remarkable for its specificity and cleanliness and
Yes.
like detail oriented ideations. And so this looks like it is exemplifying that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's a
yeah, I am curious. I will check this out.
yeah.
And congrats to them on fulfilling their Kickstarter goal.
Yeah,
That's
shout out to them.
never easy to do.
They've crushed it, and it's on Kickstarter for a little longer now. Let's see, we have a couple of more. Yeah, they got 14 days to go, folks. So plenty of time to
They've
go
got
check that
more
out.
stretch goals. You could get the vending machines are just little pink cubes, but they could
Nice.
have the printing put on them if they get to 40K, metal vending machines at 50K,
Ooh,
printed capsules at 60K, a bonus attraction at 75K, and detailed buildings. So the plastic has little nobulars,
yeah.
little windows and boobles, I'm going to
Oh.
call them, writing on it at 100K.
Oh, I
So
love it.
you can make if you're into painting, if you're into doing washes, you could make your own tiny Tokyo with this.
Oh, I love that. You had me at tiny vending machines. Something about the vending machine thing in Japan, like, this is so crazy to me. I love it.
Oh yeah, they have very complex and delicious vending machine options.
Yeah. I remember when the last time I was there was one vending machine down the street or around the corner from where we were staying, and they had this hot tea that you could get. It was hot. Like, I'm used to getting cold drinks out of a vending machine. No, it was a hot tea drink that was phenomenal. I drank like 3 of those a day. It was so good.
Was it one that it pours it for you, or was it like
No,
in just the whole machine was kept hot?
yeah, so you had options. It was weird. Like, you could buy like a bottle of like ice cold tea, like a Nestea or whatever, and then you have another option. Hey, why don't you get the lemon tea, which is hot? So it would drop the bottle, and the bottle was hot. Becca, it was like, how does this
That's
not melt?
incredible.
It's
Yeah,
yeah, the
it doesn't make
technology,
any sense.
amazing. Yeah, we need some
This
of
is why
those in the
Japan is
U.S. I'll tell you right
incredible.
now. Can we get one
I
of those in
mean,
the
what
studio?
we'll work on it. We'll
Thank
work
you.
on that. We'll just
Doesn't
have to
hurt to
have a
ask.
teleportation device because I feel like that's what's one of the best things about going to Japan is experiencing those sorts of things. So we'll just have like a little portal where you can step to Japan and
Ooh,
then come back after you get your drink. Does
yes, I
that
like
work?
that. I'm gonna step.
Great.
Yeah, I'm gonna step out and get some ramen and sushi too while I'm at it. But yeah, definitely for that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Although LA has some pretty good ramen.
They
Look,
do.
I have my preferences, and I tried a lot of ramen in Japan,
Yeah.
and I won't say my final ranking, but like some
Ooh.
LA ramen is up there.
There's some really good spots in LA for sure. For sure.
Yeah. Okay. Quixotic Odyssey said it. One more
Okay.
game.
One
One
more
more
game.
game.
Let's take a
It
look.
wouldn't be a Wednesday without it.
It really wouldn't. Let's take a look at a game called Super Squad High. This is a game by a designer named Michael Addison. He did a game called Dungeon Date, which was super cute. It was like you're dating like dungeon people, fighters and clerics, whatnot, but you're going on dates with them. It's super silly.
That's a classic video game genre,
Totally.
a dating sim,
Right?
where usually very story based. Like, oh, do you want to say this to this or this, and
Yeah.
your date to the prom will be chosen accordingly.
Exactly. It was yeah. So he did that game a couple of years ago. It was really fun. Super Squad High. What this does again? There's only the cover here. This is for a 2025 release, so we're about a year ahead of this. This is a cooperative teen superhero adventure game for 1 to 4 players. So you're trying to fight crime, keep your grades up, and then there is the whole dating mechanism. You're going to see compare your like spheres and feelings with your non-player classmates to become besties or sweethearts. So while you're doing all this, Becca, you're trying to fight crime and whatnot. So I think it's gonna be the theme alone has me. It's so cute and fun.
Those kids have some serious extracurriculars. You know what really blows my mind is how far in advance a lot of these games get developed. Obviously, we know it's a long production process, but also just I wonder what stage in the process they even have for their prototype to have it coming out a full year from now.
Yeah,
Um, And for all that information to be on BGG already seems so vulnerable. Like when I'm working on a project, I don't want anybody to know about it until it's ready.
Yeah, totally. It's like you drop it and then there it is, but you don't like, hey, here's what I'm designing right now. We're about halfway through the process. Like I can't even imagine opening myself up like that. It's intense.
Right? Yeah. But I am excited to see what Super Squad High is going to have for us.
Same. It's going to be fun.
When the time finally comes.
Yes.
Nerdy pup.
Next year. Well, how about this game? This game is coming about, let's say Q2 of this year. And I'm excited about this. You're going to be excited about this, Becca. It's from our friend, John D. Clare, one of our favorite designers. Yeah. This is an expansion to his game Kubaitos. It is Kubaitos Foul Play.
Okay, we got a chicken pun happening. We got some chicken art.
Always good. If you haven't, have you played this one, Becca? I forget if we played this one together.
I have watched Kubaitos play. I've never actually gotten to sit at the table with
okay. So, folks, if you haven't played this is very much like Quacks of Quedlinburg, but the dice game version of it, which I love so much. It's just you chuck a bunch of dice. They all have different abilities and whatnot, and then you're bag building or dice building. So you try to shed your weaker dice, try to gain the better dice, and what you're doing is using those dice to move around the board. You're trying to. It's a race, trying to get around the board first, and you're going to hit different spots that give you abilities and points and whatnot. There are just some of the cards that, hey, this dice means this, or this die is used for the big dinosaur or whatnot. Again, all the different powers. So what the expansion does, Becca, is just introduces new dice, and it adds stuff where you can play up to 6 players as well. So it's one of those expansions that I love where it's just more of the same and just a great game adds new content. I'm always down for that.
I definitely heard you on the 6-player count expansion. Expansions that add more players are so valuable. We were talking last week about 6-player games because I was saying I was going through my shelf and I didn't even have the Catan expansion there to add more players.
Yeah.
Without some of these expansions, you really, if your player count is off, the night is ruined.
It really is.
Or, it hones you in on like, sometimes it's nice to have limited options because then it helps to choose.
You're right. But, totally.
Yeah.
And what I think is great, I'm sorry. What I think is great about this is the game itself. There's a lot of simultaneous play, so there's like hardly any downtime. So especially when you get into those higher player counts, it's like let's just keep things moving along. You can play this in 45 to an hour. It's a really great game.
I think John D. Clare does a really great job in those simultaneous player actions because he's always thinking about player experience. He's made these longer games where each player has a long strategic turn. And I think his takeaway from that is, one, that audience has now been satisfied, but also how do I make sure everyone at the table is thinking about what they're doing the whole time? And Ascending Empires is another one that he recently finished that I really, really enjoyed. And there is a lot of simultaneous play to that. You're all bidding and then somebody's birding their stuff and everyone's activating at the same time the whole game. And I think that's a real strength of his designs.
I agree. And a classic of his Space, right? Someone rolls a dice and everyone gets resources and whatnot, and you do it all simultaneously. Ooh. So good. And we were talking last week about a game that we think is overlooked, Eco's First Continent, right? The bingo style, like pick a tile and everyone gets.
We love John D. Clare. We said it. It's out there.
There
now
it is.
You know.
So this one will be out sometime in Q2 of this year. So that's going to be real soon, Becca.
That's going to be before his next board game day.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I just got a message from him. So I will be there.
I'm on vacation and I'm heartbroken about it.
Oh, that's right.
It's the day before I come back.
So close. Well, looking forward to that. And hey, we've got one more game. Actually, we've got, one more game.
Many more games.
Let's look at this one called The Rats of Wistar. The Rats of Wistar. There it is. This one's from Capstone Games. So if you know Capstone, folks, they do the mid-weight Euros and they do some lighter stuff too.
Watergate?
Yeah. Where's this thing? Okay. So this one's from Simone Luciani, the designer known for games like Barrage, Sulkin, Lorenzo El Magnifico, Nucleum, some really heavyweight Euro games. And I think the theme cracks me up. You are playing a rat who's organized escape from a lab, and your fellow rats are also trying to get out. Oh, it just
I
now.
did an escape room of that theme once, and
Did you really?
it's a delightful one to live in. Oh
Oh,
yeah, everything was giant sized
oh, that's so
because you're the
cool.
rat.
Now look at this. I noticed this on the components. It really reminds me of root. Those look like root pieces to me.
Those
Don't?
those are root ears. You
Yeah,
know, it's fair game. Like Root was the first to that I know of that put ears on their meeple, but
yeah,
it does feel like anybody with the mouse or rat themed game should get
yeah.
to put some ears on there.
Oh, totally. It's super
Ooh,
cute.
look at that table
Yeah,
presence.
yeah.
Oof.
This is gonna be a good one. It's definitely on the heavier side. What you're doing is exploring the farm. So you can reach the pantry to grab cheese, and you're explore artifacts, and you're getting all things together so you can escape. So you're going to build beds, solve missions, get more mice, and build inventions and claim achievements. Classic Euro with a twist on the theme. I'm looking at this like little wheel. I'm assuming it's like a resource wheel or something, but
Yeah, I
yeah.
love wheel-based games. I'm thinking the Civilization board game has one of
Ah,
those
yep.
that kind of like changes the options each time the
Yeah,
player turn comes.
yeah.
And uh, and Capstone also did Arc Nova, which is a
Mm,
very popular in the
yeah,
heavy worker placement genre. This looks in that level of complexity and difficulty. Right
yeah.
here on BGG, the weight is 3.3,
Oh,
which isn't
yeah,
the highest. That's kind
yeah.
of in the
That's,
middle, but like that's my sweet spot right there
yeah,
between three
yeah.
and four, I'd say.
For sure. And so, yeah, it's definitely leaning towards the heavier, not totally heavy, but something that I'd love to play. So it's 5 rounds, which is 5 days for you to get out of the lab. And again, the theme got me on this, and the Euro mechanisms as well solidified my excitement for this one. This is actually supposed to be released this month. It says March 2024, so maybe it's out already, folks. I don't know.
Yeah, well, the original release date was 2023, according to the old BGG. But that
Ah,
brings up an interesting point. Like, mechanics are, of course, so important. And we know a lot of games are a combination of different mechanics that we've seen before, but maybe put together in an interesting, unique way, or maybe sped up or slowed down in different ways. But the theme of a game and the story elements that are included really are what make or break a game for me. I mean,
yeah,
it's so much about putting you in a world, about bringing that fun and joy to your table that goes hand in hand. Like you can't have great theme and no mechanics. You can't have great mechanics and no theme.
yeah,
And
yeah.
rats escaping from the lab, that's pretty high
Um,
on the conceptual list.
absolutely, 100%. So that's what we're looking forward to, folks. That is Rats of Wistar. We're
Bonzinator in chat has another comment on Rats of Wistar. You try
oh,
to dig on your player board to place guests in rooms, and you use technology cards. All
oh,
that sounds delightful. You know, the
yeah,
rats are doing so much more than we think. They have a
yeah,
whole civilization in there. We've all seen Ratatouille.
yeah.
We
I can
know
see the rats, burrowing into your player board, and yeah, looking forward to that one. Hey, here's a game from Japan, which I somehow tracked down. This is a game called Acorn-ism.
it.
Acorn-ism, right? I had to select this one, Becca, because I know you and I are both fans of tile placement games, and
Oh, yes.
yeah, and it's so cute. I love the aesthetic here. It's just very minimalist, like a lot of Japanese games are. The artwork's cute, and what you're doing is placing your tiles in a little grove with the cute forest animals, and you're trying to help the hungry creatures gather acorns to keep them full. It's a 2 to 4 player game. As you surround the creatures with the number of acorns, they'll get earn points. And this is a 15-20 minute game. It's basically like a filler, but I mean, how adorable is this? This is wonderful.
I love it. And Phantom Lab, a solo indie studio based in Japan and is trying to reach an international audience with this newest Kickstarter and release. So
Yeah,
good for them and again making their goal. I This is one of those like you set your goal low because you knew you were gonna beat that. They had an original like $2,000 goal,
yeah,
but I'm glad that they've far and away gotten past that. And
yeah,
congratulations! Yeah, I
yeah,
do love tile placement and abstract strategy, and it looks just as you said, simple and minimalist. So
yep.
beautiful.
Super cute. The pieces actually look like dominoes now. Take a little closer look. Like each animal has like a 1 or a 2 or whatnot thing. So maybe a little king domino to it. I'm not sure, but As you can see the board filling up here, you're going to place those acorns and whatnot for points. But yeah, really looking forward to this one. I may have to back this because it's really, my family would love to play this game. That is Acorn-ism, folks. Now on Kickstarter for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, it looks like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That's an easy.
Always love
easy back right there.
Okay. We've got
one more game.
One more. Actually, we got two more.
Game.
2 more games.
Well,
okay.
This was a request from chat I threw in there.
Oh, nice.
That we can glance at quickly at the end here.
Okay, cool. What do we have? We just did Acorn-ism. Let's move on to a game. Like, I had to put this one on the list. This is a game called License to Grill. I mean, come on.
Of course it is.
It's you're a chef. You're grilling the foods, and it's a tetramino placement game. So Tetris pieces, you're going to be laying those down on your grill, and hopefully making the best recipes. This looks pretty straightforward, but the theme, again, you get me on the theme, folks. Anything like food or whatnot, if it's either food or pugs, I'm all in. So there it is.
Easy to please.
Yes. So as you get the food from the fridge, you're going to put it on the grill and then make it and then put it on the tablecloth for bonus points or lose points if you don't finish the recipes. So another game that I feel like may not do something totally new, but it's a pleasing package, and I'm always about really cool themes like this.
Yeah, cute family game from Greater Than Games. They've made some really intense collectible card games in the past. Yep. Like, they've been around a while. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
And of course, Spirit Island, one of the hottest of hot that has stayed on that list for many years now.
Yes. Brilliant game. So that's License to Grill, and I believe that is all the games we're going to talk about today. But we're not done, folks. We're not done yet. Last week, we asked y'all to share your shelfies, and we had some people in the Discord. Folks, if you haven't joined the Discord yet, be sure to join that, and you can participate in this. We asked all of y'all to submit your shelfies, and we're going to share one of them. Actually, this person sent a couple, and these were incredible. So, is it Wistar? Dwere! Look at this, Becca. Oh, my goodness.
That is truly gorgeous. Is my audio turned on this frame?
Oh, yes, on this frame? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay, great. Wow. Dwere, well done. Shelfie of the week. First Shelfie. I mean, truly, it's almost as if we set this up so we could show off your incredible game room.
Yeah.
That table. Those LED lights.
Yeah.
Let alone, there's some close-ups of games that are... Good choice.
Yeah, look at that too. The monitor. A little shout out to Good Time Society. Well done. I love the lighting on the shelves. That's something I'd like to do sometime, I think. Add some lighting.
Yeah, there was a conversation that was happening a few minutes ago in chat between Dwere and Nightcat saying, how could I organize my game shelf to highlight player counts? Nightcat suggested colored LEDs, which I think is really brilliant, to change the color of the LEDs based on what that section of games, like how they correspond to each other.
Nice.
Now that's next level.
Yeah, total next level. Dwere also gives a couple other shots. So here's another one just straight on. Got the artwork in the back. And again, I just love the lighting. And that table is gorgeous as well.
Pro tip from Dwere himself. It was a labor of love. IKEA closet lights. That's how you can get that for your own game shelf.
Okay, thank you, Dwere. I will look into that. I also love, I noticed this too. I didn't notice this at first, but it's got a telescope here. That looks like a pretty awesome telescope here on the right side. That looks like, you can spy on some satellites.
You know what I know about hobbyists? They're hobbyists at many things.
Yes.
You say you could spy with that?
I feel like you could spy on satellite. I think it looks pretty powerful. I don't know anything about telescopes, but that's what I'm sticking with. One final
your rear window moment.
Ooh, good reference. Nice, little James Stewart.
Love me some Jimmy Stewart. Love me that movie in particular. Look, with your knee acting up, you could, do the Jimmy Stewart. You could get the telescoping photo lens, and maybe fall harder.
Oh man, I'm gonna go get a telescope right now. Order on Amazon, and I'll just see here in my window, look out, oh, there are the pugs. That's it. No murder solved. But I'm going to give it a shot. I love that.
a plug.
Yes. One more photo from Dwere. Just another little close-up here. I believe this is a little shelf on the side, was it? But look at that. He's got all the Horizon Zero Dawn stuff, Pathfinder, Lorcana. Big old thing of Lorcana, folks. That is... Oh, man. I want to get into Lorcana, but I'm sort of scared as well. It might be one of those things that just breaks my bank account, but... We'll see. Have you plunged into? Oh, have you plunged into the Lorcana thing, Becca?
We have some more Lorcana decks around here. I've definitely played some, and I think it's really, really cool mechanics. It's nice. Again, a lot of these games that are based around the OG, Magic the Gathering, they realize that mana in your hand is a problem. You need to always have a way to cast your spells. So I like that about it. But at the same time, I have one extremely large collection at home, aside from board games more generally.
Yeah.
and so it's hard to commit.
Yeah. That's it, folks. We've talked about games. We have shown off the Shelfie. If you want to participate in the Share Your Shelfie, please join the Discord and drop your Shelfies in there. We'd love to share them. I actually found my first Shelfie from 2015. I may share that next time. It's hilarious. It is comedy. So...
I cannot wait to see. Yeah. That sounds very exciting. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's super fun.
I wonder if I can dig up an old Shelfie. Definitely, we have some very early on the Good Time Society YouTube channel.
Oh.
That was my background for our first few videos.
Nice.
So you can find it there.
Awesome.
Ruel, thank you so much for hosting another Good Morning Society. It's so lovely to see you, and I hear the dog's going wild.
Yeah, I believe there's a game shipment that just showed up, so I need to go check that out. Hobble on over there to check.
They're game fans too.
Yeah. So yeah, Becca, again, thank you for doing this this way, so I can stay at home and stay off of my knee. I really appreciate it. Always a good time talking to you. We will be back next week. I will be in studio next week, and we'll talk about more great games. One more game. One more game.
One more game. One more game. We'll see you next week.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.